asking in the chat, what are we thinking and what are we feeling about the 2021 XXL freshman list? Chat, I'm going to bring it up on the screen. Let me Google it real quick. 2021 XXL freshman list. The list is right here. Murray, Ian Dior, Lakia, DDG, 42 Doug, Ruby Rose, Blast, Pooh Shiesty, Tootsie, Cola Ray, Flo Milli. I told you this go around, I felt like XXL was trying to advance their look on how hip-hop is shaped. They put a lot of people that even today, I would say their ascension to the place they've been is more of them, a result of them being personalities on social media more than people knew them for their catalog coming up. Not saying they don't have a hit currently, but I think I could say safely, if you see Cola Ray get posted, they're talking something about her that might not be music. Does she have a hot song and a hit song? Yes. Do you know more drama and more social media stories about her than you definitely know her catalog and her come up? You probably do. Salute to my man DDG, but he was a very popular and storied YouTuber who now is making high quality music. But still, many people are connected to him as a personality. Still, I would believe more than a rapper. He's out of the YouTube lane. We don't call him no YouTube rapper. That's not a term that's applicable to him. But I think people love DDG. A lot of people love his music. I don't know if more people love his music than they love him. To give a comparison, Pooh Shiesty. I think more people love Pooh Shiesty's music than they know him. I don't think people really know Pooh Shiesty at all. Ruby Rose, I think also we saw Ruby Rose as a personality. Whether you thought she was Cardi X, whether you thought she was with whatever rapper or she was doing whatever or she just looked attractive. And then, of course, did she have a hot song? Big Mouth, of course. There's no knock against her. If anyone's watching this who's trying to come up, it should probably give you a clue to say there's a new way these new rappers, for the most part, have gotten their shot. Most of them created their own platforms doing other shit. Whether just they were interested on Instagram, interested on YouTube, they were very pretty. You know, there's a lot of things going on. And of course, you have, Salute to Lakia, which is, I think I'm saying her name right. She's from QC, so to my man P. Ian Dior, I don't think we know too much about him, but it's Ian Dior. Okay. Who else? Yeah. I only say that to say this. And I'm asking this question before I go check this out. And this is a really hot take. Super hot. My fingers might be burning. I feel like as they're rolling out everything for this year's XXL list, I can't tell if this is a weak class or XXL is now weak. Let me say it again. I can't tell if the lack of attention around these freshmen tells me more about the class versus more about the state of freshmen on this particular platform. We are in chat nigga court. I need to get that fucking drop. I gotta get that drop. You know, in that little long order shit, I will present my evidence. I'll go over to a beautiful website called youtube.com and I'll type in XXL. And I remember years past when they were releasing, like, I've not seen one of these freshman freestyles go viral. Never seen this before. I thought that they only dropped like one or two so far. They dropped 40. Hold on. Let me make sure y'all can see this. And y'all tell me if I'm tweaking. 42 Doug. 421,000. Flo Millie. I want to make sure I see everything. 302,000. Tell me if I'm just not tuned in. Murray, 385. Pooh Shiesty, 458. Pooh Shiesty might be the biggest artist on here. Lakea, 164. Now, you might be like, yo, Ak, why you caring about the numbers? I'm going to tell you why. The numbers kind of show a bit of impact on how viral it's going. I remember when X did his freshman freestyle, that shit was everywhere. I remember the cypher. What's the greatest cypher in XXL freestyle? I bet y'all could quote Uzi, Yachty, Kodak, and 21 Savage in a cypher. I bet y'all could quote it. Y'all could quote that shit, can't y'all? That shit was a moment, right? Tussie, his freestyle yesterday, 152. Blast, 12 hours ago, 45K. What was the 2020 XXL freshman list? Did we just like skip a year? I'll be forgetting. Oh, you know what? Let me go to 2019 because I think that's that. I ain't gonna lie, 2019 is a solid year. I was fronting on it. I was on Everyday Struggle. I was fronting on it a little bit, but this shit was hard. Tierra Whack, Rico Nasty, The Baby, Meg Thee Stallion, YB and Corday, Gunna, Comethazine, Lil Mosey, Roddy Ricch. Oh yeah, this was a fucking. Let me make sure I can see. This was a goddamn behemoth of a list. Meg's pretty much knocking on superstar level. The Baby's, I believe, is like a superstar. Corday, still like, I think he's dancing around in that young Kendrick like lane. Gunna, come on, it's Gunna. Lil Mosey, I think he's had like a third life. I think he might be like almost a cat. Like he got mad lives. Like he knows how to bring one when he needs one. Roddy Ricch, superstar. YK Osiris, somehow he just pops up all the time doing some shit. And Blueface, come on, it's Blueface. The only reason why I'm trying to compare these numbers to some other shit, I remember when like XXL freestyles were doing like 1 million in a day. I remember seeing it because like people would wait for like whatever artist they fuck with freestyle, and they would do like 1 million in a day. It was super hyped. So that's what I'm looking right now. XXL freestyle. Let's say Roddy Ricch. 2 million. Well, it's probably gonna be hard to really judge it because this is 2 years ago though. 2 million. Meg Thee Stallion. 1. Actually, maybe it's not the freshman. I think it's just XXL. It's only at 1.4. Let me bring it back then. I think the freshman list is meaning less and less. There was a time that when the freshman list was announced, the whole culture stopped and reacted to it for weeks. Every artist wanted to let you know that if they didn't make it, yo, I turned it down, or they were copping all type of pleas why they didn't make it. The artists that did make it, they were walking around like, yo, they were the chosen ones. Now, it's like, okay. Am I tripping? Tell me if this year's list feels like a big deal. It doesn't feel the same. And I'm not going to blame the artist. I'm blaming the magazine. I'm thinking that their list doesn't hit the same no more. And you might be like, well, it always hits different based on the list. I didn't see one person mad that they didn't make the freshman list. Well, actually, I think I did see one. Who was it? Can't remember who it was. Every year there used to be like 10 niggas mad. Yo, I ain't make the list. Fuck the list. Not one person was mad. It's like niggas was like, oh, I'm glad I didn't make that shit. I'm trying to see if it's because the list this year just ain't it, or the freshman list is losing its luster. I remember back in 2016, Uzi's people, you know, they knew I was a huge fan of his, and they called me in and say, Ak, let me ask you a question. Do you think Uzi should do the freshman list? And at that time, I remember notoriously Young Thug had turned down the list. Like either a year before or 2 years before. And it was becoming a thing where like the super lit artists, they didn't want to be seen as freshmen, or they just didn't want to be lumped with other artists, so they were trying to turn it down. And I forgot who turned it down that year super early. Like, nah, I ain't gonna be on that list. And when they asked me, I said to them, I said, this is Uzi's management. And I said, Uzi should only accept being on it. They told me, they say, yo, XXL offered Uzi a spot on the list. But we have till whatever to decide. Should we do it? And I said, only accept it if the other people on the list is really going to be people who are his peers. If he's on there with a bunch of weirdos, and when I mean weirdos, respectfully, like, if he's on there with non-lit niggas, that's what I should say. Uzi's lit. If he's on there with non-lit niggas, that's not the list. You're just on there and they just put a bunch of fillers with you. Only do it if the list represents the current class of hip-hop. And I look at the new list, I can't, like, let's objectively speak about this. 2021 freshman list. Is there anybody, and y'all can spam in the chat, I want to hear what y'all got to say. Did this list miss anyone? Because I don't know if the list is the fault this year. I'm thinking it's just XXL. Either their brand or the brand of the freshman list might just need to be revamped. Maybe they need to abolish this shit and kind of just do it like how in the NBA they do at the All-Star game. Every year, name a bunch of All-Stars, name the rookies, and then name the sophomores. You get to be a rookie once, you get to be a sophomore once. Other than that, you got to be an All-Star. Do some fun shit. The fun shit, I kept saying, no, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know if these things can hold down a cipher. I don't want to hear Ian Dior freestyle. I don't want to hear Ian Dior in a cipher. Put some of these motherfuckers in avenues and areas. And by the way, I don't want to hear Murray freestyle either. He's a singer. What, I got to imagine the beat while he just makes something up, allegedly? No. Put these motherfuckers in things that actually benefit them and make them look good. You're never going to go viral with a Murray freestyle. He's not a freestyler. What you think, everybody's just going to come in and do a Timmy Turner? No. He's a great singer. He makes dope music. Put him in something that he could make a song real quick or whatever the fuck that is. Like, I don't know. Have him do a cover. Have him do some medley. I don't know. Something that's more creative than this current format. I don't know. My only question is that this year's list doesn't seem that hyped. But I'm not going to blame the list. I'm blaming XXL. They've made the brand get weaker by honestly not evolving with the type of rappers. For God's sake, you have the best fucking influencers. Like, most of these niggas, Coil Ray's one of the most interesting motherfuckers this year. I ain't gonna lie to you, this is gonna sound crazy to y'all. I would have definitely watched something where it was almost like an in real time vlog / freestyle or music making session in the studio with Coil Ray, DDG. DDG and Tussie can't be the same room, right? Coil Ray, DDG, Ruby Rose, and fucking Pooh Shiesty, and just seeing how they interact with each other. That's what I want to see. That's more like most of these people are personalities. Like, these niggas ain't about to rap nobody off the page. None of these goddamn freestyle went viral. Just think about it. What have y'all heard any one of these freestyles go viral? What I'm saying is that you have to adjust to the strengths of the people you're picking. Don't pick a list filled with strong personalities, filled with, you know, some of the brightest internet stars, filled with some of the most beautiful voices in terms of array, and then talk about, okay, this is a bars section. Let's see the bars y'all got. Wait, what? What are you talking about? I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Other than that, chat, I just want to know